Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
An ability that has been acquired by training. The cognitive process of acquiring skill or knowledge. The child's acquisition of language. Something acquired. A recent acquisition by the museum. The act of contracting or assuming or acquiring possession of something. The acquisition of wealth. An ability that has been acquired by training. The action of accomplishing something. An ability that has been acquired by training. An ability that has been acquired by training. Arrival at a new stage. His attainment of puberty was delayed by malnutrition. The act of achieving an aim. The attainment of independence. An ability that has been acquired by training. Ability to produce solutions in some problem domain. The skill of a well-trained boxer. The cognitive process of acquiring skill or knowledge. Profound scholarly knowledge. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. The power went out around midnight. Of a government or government official, holding an office means being in power. During his first year in power. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A mathematical notation indicating the number of times a quantity is multiplied by itself. A very wealthy or powerful businessman. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. Danger heightened his powers of discrimination. Possession of controlling influence. The deterrent power of nuclear weapons. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. The mysterious presence of an evil power. Physical strength. Physics. The rate of doing work, measured in watts, equals joule per second. Supply the force or power for the functioning of. The gasoline powers the engines. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. The quality of being able to perform. A quality that permits or facilitates achievement or accomplishment. Cognitive processes involved in obtaining and storing knowledge. A possession whose ownership changes or lapses. A possession whose ownership changes or lapses. The act of acquiring something. He's much more interested in the getting than in the giving. The act of acquiring something. I envied his talent for acquiring. Skill in shooting. The position of master. The skill of a master. Skill as an oarsman. Skill with numbers and mathematics. Skill in preparing mixed drinks. Skill in selling. Skill in persuading people to buy. He read a book on salesmanship, but it didn't help. The ability to read and write. Shrewdness as demonstrated by being skilled in deception. People who perform a particular kind of skilled work. He represented the craft of brewers. Skill in an occupation or trade. The skilled practice of a practical occupation. A vehicle designed for navigation in or on water or air or through outer space. Make by hand and with much skill. The artisan crafted a complicated tool. Skill in an occupation or trade. Skills that are required for the life of soldier. The evasion of work or duty. Skills that are required for the life of soldier. Skill in handling and riding horses. The ability to present something, especially theatrical shows, in an attractive manner. Skill in sailing. Skill in an occupation or trade. Skill in fencing. The accumulated and undivided profits of a corporation after provision has been made for dividends and reserves. Application of a skill learned in one situation to a different but similar situation. Make uniform. Work the clay until it is soft. Perform as expected when applied. This old radio doesn't work anymore. Be employed. Is your husband working again? Applying the mind to learning and understanding a subject, especially by reading. Mastering a second language requires a lot of work. Have and exert influence or effect. The artist's work influenced the young painter. Make something, usually for a specific function. Cause to happen or to occur as a consequence. I cannot work a miracle. The occupation for which you are paid. A lot of people are out of work. Cause to work. He is working his servants hard. Find the solution to a problem or question, or understand the meaning of. This unpleasant situation isn't going to work itself out. A product produced or accomplished through the effort or activity or agency of a person or thing. It is not regarded as one of his more memorable works. Have an effect or outcome, often the one desired or expected. The voting process doesn't work as well as people thought. Use or manipulate to one's advantage. She knows how to work the system. Proceed along a path. Work one's way through the crowd. Prepare for crops. Shape, form, or improve a material. Work stone into tools. A place where work is done. He arrived at work early today. Cause to undergo fermentation. The vintner worked the wine in big oak vats. The total output of a writer or artist, or a substantial part of it. Picasso's work can be divided into periods. Give a workout to. My personal trainer works me hard. Go sour or spoil. The wine worked. Activity directed toward making or doing something. She checked several points needing further work. Arrive at a certain condition through repeated motion. The stitches of the hem worked loose after she wore the skirt many times. Behave in a certain way when handled. This dough does not work easily. Cause to operate or function. This pilot works the controls. Exert oneself by doing mental or physical work for a purpose or out of necessity. I will work hard to improve my grades. Gratify and charm, usually in order to influence. The political candidate worked the crowds. Move in an agitated manner. His fingers worked with tension. Move into or onto. Work the raisins into the dough. Operate in a certain place, area, or specialty. She works the nightclubs. Operate in or through. Physics. A manifestation of energy. The transfer of energy from one physical system to another expressed as the product of a force and the distance through which it moves a body in the direction of that force. Work equals force times distance. Proceed towards a goal or along a path or through an activity. Work your way through every problem or task. Provoke or excite. The rock musician worked the crowd of young girls into a frenzy.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.